Good morning. Good morning, good morning. I worked an extra overnight last week, and I feel like this week has already gotten away from me. But it hasn't. And visiting with you helps remind me that I need to slow down. Slow down. Stop and visit. Helps me remember there's so much more in a 24-hour day than whatever takes up the bulk of it, right? When I came home yesterday, I had a package, a delivery, a self-inflicted happy mail. Remember when I ordered those little, those bulbs to put inside of the chickens to make the bubbles, the chicken eggs? It was a couple weeks ago. I ordered those from AliExpress, a cousin of Temu. And I really wasn't sure about ordering online that way. And so I used a Visa gift card to make my purchase. And the purchase went very smooth, had no problems. The items were as described. They were cheap. They got here when they got here. I was fine with it. So then I realized there was a few other things that I really wanted to play with, and I still had a little bit of money left on that that gift card. So I purchased a few more things that I think that you might like. I like them. You might like them. The first thing that I'll share with you, so I can set it down and quit playing with it, is a light. This was not advertised as the neck lights that crocheters and knitters and book readers use. This was advertised as a book light. I bought this one because it said that it had a 10+ hour, depending on what light mode you use, it had a 10+ hour battery life. And when I work overnight shifts, I usually work 8 hours to 12 hours is the average. So yeah, so it charges with a little USB right here in the bottom. It's light. I don't like the neck lights because I'm a fidgeter, I'm a mover. When I count, I'm like 1, 2, 3. And when I'm crocheting, I'm moving because that's part of how I stay awake is and I'm constantly stretching my arms, I'm stretching my legs, I'm standing up, and I don't want to reposition something every time I do it. So little clippy clips onto Stanley's handle. Stanley! Oh, I think he's in the living room. Yeah, I think I left him in the living room. But it clips onto Stanley's light. It doesn't move. I move this to be over the work. So not only is he keeping me hydrated through the night, he's keeping me in project over the night. And I definitely appreciate that, dude. So then when I got home, I just plugged this in and charged it for as long as I did my ear pods. So now I have like a collection of things that I charge in the morning before my shift starts up again. But it does have 3 modes. It has a bright, nice white light, and then it has a yellow light, which I'm gonna use that one my next overnight shift. I can't have all the lights turned on. My clients ideally are sleeping through the night, and I am just monitoring well-being. So the yellow one is kind of nice because I'm not sitting next to them. I position myself away and behind them a bit, And so I don't want a whole lot of ambient light in the room. And then it also does a blue light, which is supposed to be amazing for your eyes when you're reading or on computer screens or that sort of thing. So I will experiment with the different lights. Kind of a cool thing that I found. And then, I saw something at the county fair. I went to the county fair with my family. We had an absolutely beautiful day. We had an incredible day. No fighting, no arguing. We ate junk food till our bellies were content, and there was no carnival ride accidents. I did go in and look at my projects. I saw how they placed. I did well. I did very well. But I picked them up on July 9th. When I picked them up, on the back of the tags that says the title and the classification and how they placed, there is a credit card, not a credit card, teacher, a report card. There's a report card on the back of it with categories where the judges have wrote notes to me or jotted down different points of view, I'm sure. I'm going to argue them all. I did well. And I want to read those with you. But let's do that in another video. I picked them up on July 9th. After July 9th, when I bring them home, I can show you the item. I can talk to you about the yarn and the pattern. I can show you how I placed. And we could read the judge's notes, and let's do it that way. Because if I just blabber, 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 by the time I bring them home on the 9th, they're going to be like, yeah, Amy, we've seen these, like, we saw them when you made them. We saw them when you collected them to fair. You talked about it when you went to fair, and now you're going over it again. Let's wait. We'll wait on that. But when I went to the fair, there's some booths outside in the vendor section. And the last few years when we went to fair, I was really impressed with this lady's work. Oh, was I impressed. She uses a little itty bitty hook, and her yarn is like nothing I've ever seen before. It doesn't look like corporate yarn. Like I'm pretty good, but I couldn't say, oh, that's Red Heart. Oh, that's Hobby Lobby. I couldn't place exactly, oh, that's King Cole. I recognize King Cole. That's a little exotic, is it not, for a craft project? And then I couldn't even, that wasn't even $1.25. That was a chain spun thin, it's like a slightly thinner than a 3-way, but it wasn't a thread. Like, it's somewhere in between. And all her items are made out of the same yarn, but yet her gradients, chef's kiss, her gradients on some of these flowers are beautiful. She has flowers, she has animals, she does these little tiny little hair clips. Oh, for years I've been sorry about that. One of my alarms went off to wake up this morning, but I'm already awake and chatting and visiting. For years, I've been tracking this lady. Her stuff is immaculate. And I asked her, I said, oh, your patterns are delicious. I could gobble them up. She does little cakes on keychains. She does a little platter with a little omelet and bacon, like, and it's a keychain or a hair clip. And she just smiles. She just smiles. I won't offer to share a pattern. And I ask her, are these your own designs? And she goes, yes, my booth. Like there's a language barrier. And I let it go because I'm an artist, and I know how it is to have so many hundreds of people walk past you each day, and I figure, oh, maybe she's just not, maybe it's too much. Maybe it's just enough to be here and sell her items and go home and crochet and be by herself, and then once a year she breaks out of her cocoon and shows her beautiful work. I don't know. So I let it go. This year when I stopped in there, I had my 2 daughters with me, and told him to look at everything, look at everything. And if you see something new and adorable, point it out because I want to see it too. And I got to talking to the lady and I said, your work is so, what did I tell her? Oh, your tension. Oh, your tension is so perfect and uniform on every single project. She kind of gave me the regular little look. And then I said, you should enter it into the competition. You should enter some of these pieces. They're very unique design. The color placement is perfect. I think you would do well. You know, you could win a prize. Got her interest, a prize. Told her, yeah, it's $2 to enter into the fair. And if you win first place, it's a $10 prize. If you've ever entered your fair, if you have a county fair and know, please leave in the comment or in the little comment talk to me section. Let me know, how much is it when you win first place at your county fair? Mine's $10 for first place. I told the lady for second place it is $7. And for third place it's $5. And I'm not sure how much it is because there's a few other ribbons like best of show or judge's favorite. And then there's another one, purple, light blue, best of show, judge's favorite. I think there was 3 of them, but I don't know how much those, I don't know if those even give money. But I told the lady, you know, like, you win a little money. It looks like your little, you know, your motivation is here to sell. Maybe you could win a little money. Oh, thank you. Thank you for telling me. Oh, I'll think about it. Well, there was one unique item that she had that kept in mind because it's absolutely adorable. It was a skewer. She does a lot of bouquets and you pick and choose what flowers you want in your bouquet. And then she has some bouquets that are already made and they're wrapped in a very cute, it's just black and white, like newspaper print, but it's on tissue paper. So it's very whimsical. Looks beautiful. Very French market, wandering, enjoying the day. One of her bouquets has a skewer in it and there's a pig head. A little cute pink little piggy with a felt oval nose and the ears are curled down and 2 little black eyes, and then there's some blush on the cheeks. Very simple. Pig head in the bouquet. Then later on, as you're picking and choosing on your bouquet table, there's a group of little animals, a little penguin, a little piggy, and a kitty cat. And they're all in vases and they're stacked in there. When I went to AliExpress to pick up a few other craft items, that lady isn't hand making her items. Unless she's extremely well at duplication, which some of us are, so I don't want to condemn her too quick. But on AliExpress, you could buy a little skewer pig head to go in any bouquet you want, and it's $1.50. And she's selling hers for $15. She can sell them for whatever she wants. And she never, ever, ever says on any of her stuff it's handmade items. It does not say that. And she is set up in a vendor section where vendors can buy and sell anything they want. However she makes her money to do whatever she wants to do and live her life, I am not here to judge her. That's a whole nother Target situation where Target can sell whatever they want and buy from whoever they want, and who knows who makes it, but she's just an in-between person from the person that handmade these little items, because they're handmade. You cannot duplicate crochet, and they're not knit, they're crochet. Little handmade items, and then sold them somehow to AliExpress, or I don't know, maybe there's other companies you can buy them from. Maybe she goes to that person and buys them. I don't know. But it really burst my creative bubble to see that you could buy those for so cheap online from overseas in bulk if you want to, and set up a tent and sell them for more. I'm gonna drink on that. So I don't know. AliExpress. I found something cool. I'm going to make 1,000,000 of them. I'm going to put them in the little free library. I'm going to give them to my niece. I'm going to keep one in my purse and give it to any little kid that smiles at me. They make these. I think they're called DIY walking toy. Wind up walking toy. Reminds me of a little 5-gallon bucket. How creative is that? They come in all different colors. So whatever color you want to put on it, maybe you can mask it a little if you have holes through your work. Wind it up and it walks across the table. I got 5 of them for less than $2. So I bought 10 of them. I was gonna pay for shipping anyway. So I got a whole bunch of these. It would be just a basic little design. I've seen quite a few of these tutorials for little monsters on YouTube. And there's a couple on Ralvery. And then I've been hanging out on Ribbler. I've been hanging out on Ribbler. It's a little confusing platform for me to use, but I'm getting it. I'm getting it. So there's patterns out there for these to make your base, and then whatever your imagination has, they're fun. I'm going to add these to the little bubbles and the little bubble squeezy ones, little fidgeties. And they came all nice and secure and wrapped. They delivered in like a week and a half, like everything else. So the lady at the fair at the booth also has a very popular design. I live in Central California in a big farming community. We grow strawberries. We grow a whole lot of strawberries, and we grow a whole lot of tomatoes for Campbell soup, and we grow a lot of corn. But strawberries, oh, and cherries. We're huge on cherries. Most of the cherries come from us. So strawberry season, everyone's obsessed with strawberries. And at her little booth, she had these little terracotta pots, which I have some. I think I picked them up from $1.25 Tree. And she had little baskets, and she did like a topper on the basket, and they smelled like strawberries. I think hers did. Why do I think they smell like strawberries? Oh, I also saw them at our farmer's market. There's a lady down there that definitely crochets, and she had a little vase that she made with strawberries in it. That lady told me that she cut up, so it wasn't the fair lady. The other lady was very talkative, very nice, and she makes her own stuff. She went to $1.25 store and bought a car air freshener, cut it up, and put it in the bottom of her thing so it smelled like strawberries. So that's my plan. I bought baskets. I bought 5 super cheap baskets. I'm going to put a little car air freshener down in there, put some fluff and stuff in there, make like a little top on it, a little cover, and then we're going to do some strawberry leaves and some strawberries and some white yellow flowers and make little strawberry baskets. I got 5 of these. And these, I think I'm actually going to put them on Facebook Marketplace and sell 1 or 2 of them, or 3. I got 5. I want to keep 1 for myself. So I'm going to check out, I mean, I've sold the pocket shawls, and I've sold other items, commissions, but people have always approached me for commissions. It's not really something that I've ever reached out for. Let's see. I'm gonna make some strawberry baskets. They were cheap. I think they were a couple of bucks. They were less than $1 a piece, because I kept thinking, oh, I can go to $1.25 Tree and buy baskets, but those are really small and light, and they actually have that little picnicky strawberry feel. So I bought the light, I bought the baskets, I bought the wind up. The October Decades project that I'm doing the research, the crochet research and projects for in October. Oh, this is taking forever. I wanted to be here already. I want to show you, you guys, whatever I show you, I've been busy making like more stuff than that. Yeah, and I can't even share it with you until October, when there's a group of Diva Decades. And we each picked a decade, and we're going to share items that we've made and historical fun stuff. And there's shows, and there's 5 of us. And All 5 of us are doing 5 shows, and it's releasing on Mondays in October. It's going to be incredible. And there's another little aspect to it. So I've been collecting a few little goodies here and there to gift. And so I did buy some crochet related items on AliExpress. Extremely affordable items that they look decently made, and I would be excited to receive them. So I'm sure somebody else would be excited to receive them. So I did buy a few other items from AliExpress for a good reason and a fun time. That's enough on that. Man, you guys get me talking. I'll talk too much, get myself in trouble. That's enough. There's another project I've been working on for a friend. A gift, a birthday gift. Eva's birthday is coming up pretty soon, and so I've been working on a project. She sent me a picture of an idea, pattern components that she had rolling around in her head, and she drew a little picture for me, and she cut out little origami papers and texted them all the way from Louisiana. And I took those pictures and I duplicated the little designs, and I came up with a pattern. Look at that. You impressed? Look at that. So, Tap Mama Amanda in the Bake Brigade gave me an aha moment a few years ago. She said when she's making a top or a garment for someone, she goes and gets a t-shirt the same size that they are, whatever size they say is comfortable for them. And she uses that shirt as a model for what she's creating, so she knows if it's gonna fit the person or not. So our dear friend Eva is this size, and she loves purple. So I got a purple one because maybe I can, I don't know, chop the sleeves off and add crochet and add that to her gift too. I don't know. Maybe I'll add some lace to the bottom. I don't know what I'll do. Can't just send her a plain old Hobby Lobby t-shirt, which Hobby Lobby t-shirts go on sale. This is a good quality cotton shirt. It was $2.99. That is perfect for if you have a group of kids for the summertime and you want to design, let them design or paint or color or make some team shirts or something like that. That's incredible. Okay, so I took, here we go again. I took her paper cutouts and her design, and I duplicated them, and I took measurements, and I overanalyzed the whole thing, and I thought, you know, just put it to yarn. Just put it to yarn. That's what I do, put it to yarn. So I went to Goodwill that day, or the next day after she sent me all the designs, and I was thinking, what kind of cotton? And I shopped my stash, and I went shopping, window shopping at a few other craft stores, and I couldn't find anything. And I ended up stopping at Goodwill, and I found those excellent packages of brand new ice yarn, still in their shipped packages, never cracked into. Ice yarns. And it's Natural Garden ice yarn. I've never, ever used it before. I know they have so many different types and fibers and combinations and twists and spins. This one was 40% bamboo, 35% cotton, 25% linen, and it was a 2-weight. It was in her colors, purple, and then I had an accent white. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. It's got a nice twist. It did not get splitty on me, but most of my time I don't have splitty problems. I found a pattern on Ralvery. It's a free pattern. I will link it below. It is a handkerchief summer top. And the reason why I found a pattern is because when I laid out our design, I couldn't quite get it right. This was too low, bringing up the shoulders. These shoulder pieces were supposed to come up to the shoulder line and leave some flaps, and I was doing too much, and I was complicating it and confusing myself. This part of the design that she sent me is on hold. I need to digest it more, But then I felt a little bit of stress and anxiety that her birthday was getting closer and that I hadn't started on anything. So I took the ice yarn. I can still do this project with other yarn, perfectly fine. And I worked up the handkerchief tank top. It took me 3 overnights. And then I found, I didn't care for the straps that they had. So I did find a straps tutorial for this little floral strap design, and I will link it below. It's 2 clusters on each row. And there's the arm, and this is the chest. And then we have a nice flowy design. And it flows together. It's meant to wear over a tank top. So we have these nice long peaks that come down 24 inches, and I made the large. Oh my goodness, you can't, oh, there we go. So holding it back here. Ta-da! So it's 4 squares, alternating a window square and a solid square. I need one of those dress forms, huh? I've always thought about getting one, but I think that it might creep me out if I get up to go to the bathroom at night and see someone standing in the corner. I don't have a craft room. My bedroom is my craft room. My living room is my craft room. Oh, okay, let's see. And so I think it fits the large very, very well. I think I'm more of an extra large, but where is long? And then it's very, very forgiving and flowy all the way around. I'll take better pictures than that. I will. So Eva, happy birthday. It's gonna be cuter in person. I'll get it to you. I'll get it to you. I have a few other things to send her too. We'll make like a cute little birthday box and mail it off. July, August. Oh, it's only June, huh? No, we're almost July. I can't send it too soon. Hopefully she sees the video. Hopefully she sees the video, gets busy with life, and forgets all about it, and then it'll arrive on her front door and she'll go, wow, that's much bigger than a tank top. So I'm working on that. That took 3 overnights. The first night was really just getting it started and sizing and doing all that good stuff. And then second night, hardcore, get those squares done. The third night was finish them off, details, assembly, and straps. So I was working on that. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is a longer video than I made in a little while. I made something else. Hold on. Remember the little flamingos that I was making in pinks? I decided to make another one, but so those were made in 4-ply yarn. 4-ply yarn. Can you hear Tuna? He's starting his banshing down the hallway. He doesn't like closed doors, so he's going outside each door and he yells at the doors till whoever's inside opens the door, and then he moves down to the next door until the whole family is up, awake, and out of the house, and then he finds out where he wants to sleep, and he sleeps. Anyway, the Flamingo girls were made out of 4-weight cotton. You know me. I want to make one in thread, and I wanted to do different colors. So I used thread. Our lighting is kind of, oh, I don't have the windows open. It is a beautiful sunny day in Oakley, California. Pink. Is that the bright one? Ooh. I'm no lighting expert. You guys know that when you come to visit, I'm doing my best, but this is no studio. This is my house. And we're just visiting, right? I do my best. Ooh! Oh! Yeah, okay. So I used, let's see, Aunt Lydia's. This is a 10. That's kind of bright in my face. How's that? Are we good? So I used dark blue, and then I've got a little bit of that variegated where they have the turquoise, the blue, and the purple for the wings. I've got that Christmassy gold on the legs. See the shimmer and her little beak. I used a, see, that's not a turquoise. That's more like teal has more of a green, right? Well, and then right by her eyes, I used a little bit of the lime green, and I used the eyes that are black in the middle, and then they trim with a little bit of gold coloring. And when I was doing the picots on the top, I put a little glass amber colored bead on there. You ready? Oh, I did the extra long legs. That's really the only difference in the flamingo pattern that, oh, I did a different beak because she didn't have one of those bumpy long schnozzes. I just did a tiny little cone. I think I did 3-4 round cone for her beak. Peacocks don't have that. You ready for the back? Ready for the back? Ooh, this is a good little light. I'm gonna have fun with that light. So they're each done individually. On the flamingo, you do, there's some loops and some slip stitches that just make a cute little ruffle tail for the flamingos. I made those and then I worked off of them when it was completely done. Changing colors each way. I just alternated and I added some dark purple in there, some plum. The only thing that I change in the patterns is the legs. I like them extra long. And I did do these around some pipe cleaners that I had. Those old vintage pipe cleaners that I found thrifting, flea market, found those at the flea market, are thinner and less fuzzier than the ones that I bought at $1.25 store last week. So I did use the vintage ones, and they hold their form just a little bit better. So thank you, 1960s pipe cleaners. You came in handy for the peacock, who told me that she wants to go to Louisiana and live with Amanda. I know, I was like, you don't want to live with me? She goes, no, I want to go live in Louisiana. So I got 2 packages getting ready to ship out. Peacock what? I know. This little bird has so much personality. I bent her leg like that so I have an old gun rack that I put my threads on. You want to look? I have an old gun rack. Oh, sorry. There we go. That I put my threads on and some PVC pipes, and I run my threads through them. And I tend to just put little items on the very ends where the PVC pipes. Oh, and then I put like little drawer knobs on the end of the pipes. It was a craft project, a DIY organize. And so I tend to put things on the end of those little doorknobs and drawer pull knobs. And so I put her on there. And one morning I woke up and she was hanging down by one leg looking silly at me, and so I propped her back up there, and then a couple hours later I walked by and she's hanging down the other side. So she's a goofy silly little thing, and I hope she has a great time in Louisiana. I have a couple, I'm not sure if I'll have to ask, but I have a couple of these little keychain that I could slip through very easily on the top of her head if Amanda would want something to hang her from, or something to, or if she's just gonna sit pretty somewhere. I'm not sure. We'll see. I'll ask. So I'm gonna stick her down inside that sunflower purse. You know what I should do? I should get 2 mailer boxes and assemble them and start putting items in the boxes so that I don't forget who goes to what and where, huh? I got a couple I got 3 mail it out gifts that I need to start assembling. Might as well make it 4, huh? We're almost at 500 friends. I noticed that the other day. It's almost time for a party. A big one. I need streamers. 500 friends. That just blows my mind. There was 5 of us sitting around sipping on coffee, talking yarn, and I was having a great time. There's almost 500 of us. We're sitting around talking, drinking coffee, having a great time. Thank you so much for visiting with me today. I'm having a great time. I hope to see you again real soon. Bye.